Hey everyone, Random Randy here. This is going to be a JoAnn Fabrics haul for the first time in a very long time, and probably the last time for another good decent chunk of time. So if anybody here has been here for a while, you know that I've been going out of my way to not frivolously spend on crafting supplies, to be more mindful of what I already have and use what I already have. The last time I bought anything craft related was in January, and it was like 5 or 6 balls of yarn from Michael's, and that's it. This time I got quite a bit more because Labor Day sales, and I wanted to get some Halloween fabric. So I got a little bit of yarn and I got some fabric. And the bill was more than I was expecting it to be, but considering everything I got and how much I saved, and the fact that I haven't bought anything in almost 8 months, I think I'm good. As long as I don't buy anything for another 6 months at least. Maybe treat myself on my birthday in February, which is about 6 months from now. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna show you the stuff that I got, and then hopefully after, if the kids are still in a chill mood, because we just got back from the playground. It is actually Monday right now. It's September 2nd, I believe. Yeah. But if the kids are still in a chill mood, I will hopefully get to do a yarn talk after this, and if not, I will do that after they go to bed this evening. We'll see. Anyway, stuff. So I have 2 bags of stuff and one thing that I didn't bother getting a bag for because it is huge. So, you know that sometimes at JoAnn Fabrics you can find entire bolts, which is essentially a large roll of fabric that they typically cut parts from for you at the cutting counter. And sometimes they have sales on bolts of things, and sometimes they have really awesome coupons, like a 60% off coupon on a bolt of fabric. I got one of those. I got a bolt of anti-pill fleece. This is 8 yards of anti-pill fleece. And this particular print is called the Gaming Sloth. And as you can see, it is filled with sloth creatures eating pizza and playing video games. I have several projects planned for this that I will reveal at a later date that is not right now, because the intended person that they are for may watch this, and I'm sure they could figure it out without too much thought, but I still don't want to say. So awesome. I was looking at another type of fleece that had sloths on it. I actually went to JoAnn's with a friend of mine, and I was like, I kind of want this sloth, but I don't know, something about it doesn't feel quite right. So I was walking by and they had a whole bunch of boxes full of whole bolts, and it says buy the bolt or yard. So I was like, ooh, so 60% off of this normally would have been, I think, $120 with no discounts, and it ended up being less than $50. Like, I'm just so pleased with it. So happy. But now I have a giant bolt of fleece. Where the heck am I going to put it until I get to work with it? I don't know. But I'll figure it out. Alright. I will show the bag of yarn. And all of this yarn was on clearance. And the clearance stuff was all an additional 25% off the ticketed price. Alright, I'm going to mispronounce this. If I don't mispronounce this, I will be surprised. But I'm fairly certain that this is pronounced Hygge. And it is Hygge Charm, which means something to the effect of cozy or comfort, if I'm recalling correctly. But it's red heart yarn, and it is allegedly a worsted weight. I think it's more a DK weight. But it has a very little bit of sparkle to it. It's a lot like old Red Heart Shimmer Honestly, it feels almost exactly the same, but it's in a bigger ball. Each one of these is a 7-ounce skein, 432 yards. And this one is Starlight, and this one is called Comet. Because, you know, red is very me. There's those. Those were on clearance for $4.97, and they were an extra 25% off. I'm not going to get the receipt out and tell you, you can do the math, or you can just go, ooh, you saved a fourth of what it would have cost you. I got 2 skeins of this Super Saver Fair Isle, and it is Parrot Fair Isle. So it's got the really bright neon green and yellow and purple in it, and a little bit of blue. And it's speckly, which I like. I like to crochet with speckled yarn. It looks very nice. I got one that is Derby Fair Isle. And it has glowworm green, fuchsia, navy blue, a little bit of kind of almost a taupe color in it. Here we go. And I also got one that is a holiday Fair Isle, and this one is called Jingle, and it's just red and green and white. And I got 2 of this, which I'm excited because I've never had a planned pooling yarn before. But this is Premier Everyday Tartan Plaid. Well, I guess it's just called Everyday Plaid, but I always refer to plaid as tartan. But this particular colorway is red-green plaid. How original. But I got 2 of these. And they were on sale for $4.47. And each one of these is 360 yards, which is actually quite a bit, so I got 2. The only other yarn that I got is these 2 itty bitty balls of Serenity Sock, because they were on sale for $5.47 and another 25 off that. And Serenity Sock is superwash merino wool, rayon, and nylon. There's 230 yards in each, so I got 2. I'm still probably going to have some left over, but I always just assume for an adult person size sock, because I have big feet, and if I'm making socks for other adult people who have feet bigger than mine, better to have a little bit too much than not quite enough. So that is it for the yarn. I also got a long-sleeved raglan shirt with the contrasting colors. It's black and gray. I haven't decided if I want to embroider stuff on it yet, or if I want to do fabric paint, or even a t-shirt transfer, because I have those too. I don't know. But I want one, because I've always really enjoyed this style of shirt, and the one that I have is very old and is starting to develop larger and larger holes that are more and more difficult to conceal. So, yeah. Got that. And I also got 2 pairs of socks, because Halloween is when Randy restocks her sock drawer. So these are knee-high socks that are green and purple striped, and these are over-the-knee black and white striped socks that actually have a black lace on the top. And this just spoke to the Wednesday Addams in me. Very much so. If you don't know who Wednesday Addams is, educate yourself. From the Addams family. It's that time of year. You should know these things. So that is 1 bag of stuff. And the other one is mostly fabric and a few other little things. So I ended up buying a small bottle of Fabri-Tac, because I haven't been able to find my bottle of Fabri-Tac for a very long time. And I figured, maybe some of it had dried out. Maybe I let somebody borrow it and just never got it back. Like, I don't know, but I jokingly said to my friend I was in the store with yesterday, I was like, hey, I bet when I buy this, when I get home, I will find my other bottle. And I totally did. So now I have more, yay, and now I know where all of it is located, so always a plus. Anyway, things that I got. I got 2 little packets of feathers because they were super cheap. And I have hoops to make dream catchers with that I have been meaning to do for quite some time. So I think what I'll do is take some of my crochet thread, make a really cool doily center for it, attach it to the hoop, and then we've got feathers to put on the bottom of it. Because yeah, these feathers were $2.47 for each pack, and it says that there are 20 pieces in each one, so pretty good deal. And now, if you are not about fabric, you probably won't get as excited about this as I will, or anybody else who's about fabric, but oh my god stuff. So, I feel like they're trying to offload all of their clearance stuff that's been sitting around for a while, because there was a lot of things in baskets that was marked down super duper cheap. I mean, we're talking 97 cents for a fat quarter. So this particular fabric has super cute sheep. I'm not gonna unroll it because I'm not ready to use it yet, but just to give you an idea, sheep. This fabric, I noticed that there were actually 2 of the same type, so I got 2 just in case, because I wasn't sure if I'd have enough to make 2 whole bags, so I wanted to make sure I had enough. Now I might have enough for 3. So this fabric, let me see if I can get it. Well, I guess you can kind of see it that way. So this is a flannel, but it's still good for making bags. It's got kitty cats on it. It's kind of girly, but it's still cute. I do like kitties, even if they're on a dusky rose pink background. So I've actually got 2 things of that, and between both of these, I actually have more than a yard between these 2 remnants. And by the way, remnants in JoAnn's, the price that's marked on them, it's anywhere between 50 and 70 extra % off the ticketed price most of the time. So always go for remnants if you can, because cheap. I got these 2 holiday prints. I'm saying holiday because we're not saying the C word yet. It is entirely too early to say the C word. You know which C word I'm talking about. Looking at you, Ella. You keep your this many days till the gift-giving holidays up to yourself, woman. No. It isn't Halloween yet. No talk of that day. Anyway. Talking about Ella from No Catchy Names. She's super duper into the jolly old elf holiday. But this one has a bunch of cute little Christmassy stuff, like there's a little penguin. And this fabric just says ho ho ho. And these are both fat quarters. They were 97 cents and they were 50% off of that. Can't go wrong there, right? This fabric I thought was super cool. I actually already know what I'm going to do with this. This is going to be a gift for somebody, so hopefully they're not watching. But check it. Little pirate chests full of gold and treasure maps. Super cool. Another one that was 97 cents and 50% off. This is a stack of 20 10 by 10 squares that have the edges pinked, and they are varying patterns, but they are black background fabrics. So there's this one that looks like scales, polka dots, florals, more polka dots. 10 by 10 squares, Can always use those for quilting things and for patchwork stuff. But yeah, $6. And all of this clearance stuff was an extra 25% off. So, yeah. This is another remnant, which I just thought was super cute. It's kind of this mint green, and it's got porcupine and hedgehogs on it. Super cute. And that is actually almost a full yard. It was marked $6.79 and 50% off that. I already know what these are going to be too. These are just 2 fat quarters. They are white. I don't know if you'll even be able to see the pattern on them because of the way that the camera is. You might not. Oh, you can kind of see it there. There we go. But this one has kind of a speckled mandala polka dot thing going on, and this one looks kind of like an oil swirl in water. These are going to be ghost-shaped mug rugs. If you've been watching me on Instagram, I've really gotten into mug rugs, and I found a super cute pattern for these ones that look like little ghosts, which I really like. But these were buy one, get one free. So I only ended up getting these 2 in particular because I got so much other stuff. Alright, now for the biggity big stack. And this is the last of it. So I saw this. This was in clearance. It's just this really cool orange Halloween-y plaid. This wasn't a full yard, so this counted as remnant price. And remnant prices, as you know, are cheaper. So if you're at somewhere that sells fabric, like JoAnn's, I don't know if other stores do it, but if it's even an inch under being a full yard, you get it for the remnant price rather than the full yard price. So if you have something that's close to the end of the bowl and you don't have a big project that you need a ton of fabric for, always look for your yard plus even an extra few inches, because you never know how many extra projects you can squeeze out of it if you've just got those few extra inches of space to play with. Thrifty shopping tips. Also got this, which is super cute. It's gray and white, and it has all the planets from the solar system in it. Super cute. This one I was super pleased with. So this was, I ended up getting just under 2 yards of it, and the second almost full yard was the remnant price. Look at these sugar skull dogs. Are they not the most adorable thing you've ever seen in your life? They are so cute. I can't. I saw it and I was like, gimme. So I took it. This was the last thing that I grabbed when I said, okay, no more. There are still other things in the stack, but this fabric ended up getting cut earlier. So I was walking past the licensed Halloween fabric, which I didn't buy any Nightmare Before Christmas or Disney or anything this year. I just didn't want to. But I did see this, and I could not resist it. It is the twins from The Shining, which is a Stephen King book, movie, television series. Yes, so cute. I was like, oh my god, it's the twins. Can you tell that Halloween is my time of year? I got this for filler and lining. It's just a gray with a bunch of, they almost look like sand dollar shapes, actually looking at them now. This one is another one I was super excited about. So, we all know Randy likes spooky things. And if you didn't know, you do now. Look at it. I was like, at first, all I could see on it in the bolt was the tails. And I'm like, oh, that's a cool mermaid print. And I'm like, oh, skeleton mermaids. Are you kidding me? So cool. I was tempted to get enough to make myself something to wear, but no. Yay! This one is one of the newer Halloween prints this year. It's got Lots of zodiac symbols and planchettes from Ouija boards on it. Hopefully you can see it okay. I can't see through it, so I don't know if you can see it, but I hope you can see it, because it is pretty cool. And this one, some of you will recognize from last year, because I made a few bags with this last year. And it was a big hit, so I was excited to see it again. I think this one was called Witch's Spell, was the name of it. Cauldrons and brooms and hats and candles. And I know that we aren't talking about the C word, but this is on clearance. So I'm adding that to my holiday stash of fabric to be getting ready soon, because it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming. This is a broken chevron that I'm going to pair with the skeleton mermaid. This is a really nifty tarot card print with kitty cats and skulls and crystal balls. This one just has a lot of things. I'm not quite sure. I think it's supposed to look like an app store. I don't know, the name of it was Checkerboard, but there was just something about it that caught my eye. It was on clearance, so I see that there's a drawing compass, a calculator, record, shopping cart, GPS, note app. Yeah, it says MMS, so this is supposed to be like an app store. Pretty cool. I like it. Just for something different that's not completely holiday related. Got this other one that is obviously witchy, with all sorts of symbols and planchettes and kitty cats. And again, crystal balls. Pretty awesome. And this last one, this is probably the most fierce tarot card print I've ever seen in my life. This is super cool. There's a lot going on in this one. I really, really like it though. Super cool. I saw it and it just kind of jumped in my cart, said, "Take me home." And I said, okay. So that is all of the stuff that I got. And like I said, it was a little bit more spendy than I was planning for it to be, but I know I'm going to make it back, and I don't plan on doing it again for at least 6 months, and hopefully then I won't need to get as much. But yeah, so that is it for this. Like I said, I'm going to put all this stuff away now that I've shown it to you, and hopefully get filming a yarn talk, and if not, I will work on the things I'm working on and probably go play World of Warcraft for a little while, because I've been having the itch since I haven't played since this morning. By the way, Randy plays video games, if you didn't know. I'm one of those nerds. Lacey from Hooked on Owls knows my pain of waiting in the queue.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too, buddy. So on that note, thank you so much everybody for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye guys.